Further south along the West Coast in the state of California, standing up for life is a challenge. The state has some of the most liberal abortion laws in the country. But one young woman has not let that deter her from bringing the pro-life message right to the stage. We introduce you to Christabelle Garcia, a beauty pageant participant who won the 2025 Miss Los Angeles People's Choice Award. Christabelle, you won the 2025 Miss Los Angeles People's Choice Award. Congratulations. Why did you decide to join this pageant?
I decided to join this pageant because I knew that God placed me in that purpose, in that room for a reason. I mean, if I didn't do that pageant, I wouldn't have been here right now at this very moment. And before I even applied to the pageant, I was just asking God, like, God, is this really what you want me to do? And he was like, yes, just apply. And once I applied, I had almost everything paid for. I had a lot of sponsors that paid for a lot of things. And what I did is that I wrote on my secondary community service initiative as a pro-life movement. And once it got to the interview, I was asked the question, what would you do in case your friend is experiencing an unexpected pregnancy? And I said, well, I'll lead her to the right resources, which is the pregnancy centers that offers maternity clothes, free ultrasounds, and many other resources to help women.
That's incredible. Now, were you expecting this question or did it catch you by surprise?
It caught me by surprise. I was behind the podium. They were asking me very, very hard questions. And then they asked me that question, what would you do in case your friend was experiencing an unexpected pregnancy? And I was just thinking, what would I do? I was like, God, what do I say? And then the answer came to me. And that's exactly what I said. I'll lead her to the right resources.
Wow. And how did they respond, like your interviewees, when you gave that answer?
They were, I felt a very like dark presence from them in a way, but I was being very respectful. They didn't really react as much. I know the interviewers have to do their best to not react because this is the Miss America pageant and they have to do their best to not say as much or just stay neutral when they're asking these questions, or even with my own reaction or my own response, I have to stay as neutral as possible.
That makes sense. Now, to our knowledge, you are the first beauty pageant participant to publicly stand up for life. Is that a lonely position, or are there other women you've met in the pageants that feel the same?
Yes, I actually have met a team contestant who is also pro-life. She actually recently told me once I posted the article on my Instagram, she says that I'm also very, very pro-life. And she's actually the teen winner for the Miss Los Angeles. And I really love her. I really respect her. I also respect for all the women that they do. They're very, very talented. But yeah, that one girl that I met, she's very, very pro-life.
Wow. And what would you say to a young woman or man who's interested in pursuing a career in the arts or entertainment, but is afraid to stand up for their convictions for fear of being blacklisted?
It's not to be afraid of anything. I'm very bold in what I do and what I say. I recently worked on a project called An Unplanned Milestone with Christian Allen. He recently graduated from UCLA, and I was able to work with him on that project where it highlights a woman that's trying to balance her life while being a mom and also pursuing her acting degree. And what I do for everything that I do before I even do any competitions or any interviews, I pray and I ask God, if this is really what you want, then you will lead me to the right place and you will let me find peace and have me say the right answers.
And can you tell us a little bit about your pro-life work off the stage? How do you advocate for life?
Yes, actually this weekend, I believe, is when they're having a diaper drive here in La Mirada. So I'm hoping to participate with my friends while also balancing finals. But I do my best to try to attend as many events as possible in the local areas. I know at my college, we're still planning and trying to do a club by the fall of 2025. And that's for future plans for Cal Poly Pomona.
Well, it seems like you have a very bright future ahead. Christabelle, thank you so much for being with us today.
Thank you so much for having me.